So we're sitting inside of a abandoned
Watch out for that hair.
Victorian mansion right now. Left in the middle of the woods with some hair. This place is pretty crazy. It looks like they just picked up and left. Zombie apocalypse type stuff. Really cool stuff. We're gonna go take a look around this place, see what we can uncover. There's not a lot of information on the family that lived here and abandoned this, or when this was actually really abandoned, but just from the looks of the way everything's designed, I would have to say late 80s, early 90s at that. They let it run out, probably early mid 90s that they really let it run, because this stuff was definitely redone in the 80s. This is all kind of that 80s flair. Acoustic ceilings, things like that. That's what they did in the 80s. This wallpaper is very 80s also, but it's probably been abandoned since early mid 90s, I would have to assume. But yeah, not a lot of vandalism in this place, just a lot of decay. It's been sitting for a while.
These old, like, big old cordless phones. I'm sure a lot of you've had these or seen them.
Yeah.
Hello.
A lot of the
How
stuff.
are you doing, Joy? Oh, it's fantastic.
Alright.
Right? Don't you feel like you could, like, oh, I'm just, talking on the phone?
A lot of the stuff seems like it's kind of up to date, but the other stuff, like that phone, is definitely 25 years old. That's a very old cordless phone. I would suspect that maybe that was purchased in the late 90s. So things are like really off. Dates in this house are really off. But there's this TV here too.
Yeah, I remember these TVs, except the one that we used to have. It was a little bit bigger and it had, like, knobs.
Yeah, well,
It
that was
wasn't
an
really
older
like-
style.
yeah.
We had one, it would swivel.
Oh yeah, I had mine swiveled also.
There's a TV cabinet.
But, like, look how big the TVs used to be. Like, this was, like, it when these were around. This was, like, you knew you were, like, bawling if you had a TV like this.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy how times have changed. Now TVs are, like, this thin.
It's a Sony too, just like my Sony. And my Sony is probably, I don't know. It's got to be at least 5 inches bigger than that all the way around. Even the candles. Somebody was here.
Yeah, they probably had it lit up or something for the picture.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this marble bathroom. Oh my gosh.
Very, very strange that this place would just be left behind like this, with all this stuff left behind. I mean, it's really not valuable, but, you know, I guess bankruptcy, death in the family, something bad must have happened to leave your stuff like this, to leave an incredible house in the middle of the woods, a mansion with an in-ground pool and a bar, and all that cool stuff that you would imagine. You would have to think that something pretty terrible happened to somebody. You know, lost a lot of money real quick, drugs. Use your imagination. I don't know.
It's interesting how they have the toilet paper like all the way down there like that. It's cool. I mean, it's a nice view when you're sitting on the throne.
Yeah, you can look right out into the woods.
This place is crazy.
It looks like maybe a homeless person might have been living in here at one point in time. All the blankets and pillows all bundled up in this one room. Very, very, very possible. This is an old office area for whoever owned this house. They had their office here in the upstairs. All their papers, everything that they were going to be doing. Yeah, this is where this guy did all the work. And you can actually see this ceiling's about to fall in also. All the lath underneath is probably giving out. The nails They get all rusted. And the wood underneath that holds the plaster up starts to buckle and fall down because plaster is really, really heavy. Just like in the downstairs. That's why the ceiling's all over the floor. That's why you use galvanized nails nowadays. Look at the little, I remember seeing these little covers. These are the little covers for tissue boxes. So you could decorate your tissue box when they were just white. Now they decorate your tissue box for you. Charge you extra money for it. So grandma can't make you these anymore. I miss these. Takes you back to a simpler time.
This is insane.
Look at this doorway. See that? It's falling. The whole house is shifting. You could see it. It's all shifting. It's bowing down.
Or maybe they just built it crooked.
No, look.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
bad
completely
actually.
bowing down. Huh. This house is falling in on itself.
This is crazy. It is insane. Let me shut this door. Look at this. Check this out. This is the in-ground pool. This is the cover for this person's in-ground pool. Isn't that crazy? Show them underneath maybe if you, I don't know if you can get from it. It's a nice size in-ground pool. Look, I have like a bar. This is deep end.
It's a nice pool. This is a nice indoor pool. It's completely skatable. It's got curved walls. You can go right over the light right here. Do a little over the light tricker. Right?
Yeah. Done deal.
Yeah. Indoors, you just stay in here all day long and just skate.
Little refrigerator built
That's
into
all I would do if I had this pool.
Little fridge built into the wall.
You can keep all like your Snickers bars and stuff like that inside of there. So this was a pretty crazy explore.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of stuff that was left behind. Somebody really looked like they rushed out of here to leave all their stuff behind like that. they must have had some kind of emergency, or a lot of times people go into foreclosure and they have to bail real quick too. But it really does look like they left in the middle of what was an apocalypse.
Yeah.
Did you see this stuff in movies? It's really strange. You know, family probably just fell on hard times. We're kind of just making assumptions to go along with our film here.
Yeah.
But make it a little more interesting. But, you know, if anybody knows about this house in the middle of the woods, somewhere on the outskirts of somewhere else, you let me know what it is, okay?
Yeah, I really would like to know actually what happened to the family. This is a beautiful home, and if it was kept nicely, it can be worth a lot of money nowadays, I would assume,
well,
but
unfortunately now it's run down.
yeah, unfortunately, and it's kind of sad to see all the stuff that they did leave. You knew that there was a family here, and they had good times, memorable times, I'm sure.
And probably really, really bad times towards the end, it looks like. But
Yeah, but it
that's
was
the
a
way it
nice
goes.
explore. Yeah, it was definitely very cool to see. It was is the first home that we've explored, so that was kind of cool. But
First
check it off the
mansion.
list. Yeah. Hope you guys liked it.
Peace.
Peace.